Hey Fit Force, and welcome to our Tips from the Top training. Tonight we're going to be live with Brooke King, who's going to be sharing her top tips on mastering your mindset. And I just wanted to introduce Brooke to you guys just really quickly, because you don't want to hear from me, you want to hear from her. But it's our week 1 call, and Brooke is actually from Virginia. She's one of Ashley Jackson's Diamond coaches, and Brooke joined in March of 2014 and just hit the ground running. I mean, this girl was Diamond in no time flat, so she knows her stuff, and mindset is definitely something that she's familiar with. There was a time in her business where she kind of stepped back a little bit, and once she mastered that mindset, she took off again and is now I believe, 1-star Diamond qualifying. Brooke, you can correct me if I'm wrong, if it's 2-star. But she's up there in the Star Diamond ranks. She's consistently one of the top people in Fit Force's top coaches of the week. She's always in the top 10, and that's pretty much it from me. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Brooke so that you guys can start learning from her. So, Brooke, go ahead, take it away.
Hi, Lauren. Thank you for that introduction. Yeah, I actually became Star Diamond last week, so that was kind of exciting. I'm really excited to be talking tonight. Mindset is definitely one of the hot topics in this business and something that I work on every day. A little bit about me. I'm Brooke King. I'm a mommy of 2 little ones. My son is 3 and my daughter is 1.5 years. My husband Eric has been my rock through everything that I do, and he's always very supportive but very challenging at the same time, so he's always pushing me to be better. I'm the director of HR, of an HR department for a government contractor here in Northern Virginia, so that is where I spend most of my days, and I love playing sports. So I grew up playing soccer and basketball. I went to college actually to play basketball, and now I really enjoy co-ed soccer, and have really gotten into tennis recently. So you can thank my mom for that one. I have a hard time sitting still, if you can't tell. So my Beachbody story kind of started in January of 2014. I was feeling really self-conscious over Christmas, and I had just had my baby in July and couldn't get the weight off. So my husband ordered T25, and I said, "What? You ordered another $200, online video workout? We have this whole stack of videos that we never use." But little did I know that Shaun T is the greatest person ever, and T25 was going to quickly change my life. So Eric and I used to get up at 5:30 a.m. every morning before the kids would get up, and we did T25 together, and this was kind of like our daily date, and when we got time together, and we really looked forward to it every morning. And then we would, be stretching a little extra or just like laying on the floor dying, and we would watch the Tony Horton Shakeology checkout line video, and we would just laugh hysterically, thinking it was so funny. So we got on Shakeology, of course, and then in 3 months we both lost over 30 pounds, and our cholesterol, which we had struggled with, was lower than ever. And so obviously we were hooked at that time. And then in March-ish, early March, I got an email from some girl named Tiffany, who was my random coach that was assigned to us, saying, "Would you like to save on Shakeology?" And I said, "Well, of course I would love to save on Shakeology." So I responded, and she said, "Well, you need to become a coach." And I didn't understand what that meant. And then it dawned on me that Ashley Jackson, who is now my coach, was posting some things about Shakeology and health and fitness. And so I reached out to her, and the rest is kind of history from there. Ashley and I actually met on our honeymoons in a hot tub, so that was kind of a fun story. And now we work together, and it's awesome. And then that March, I ordered the 21-day fix. I had amazing results, and actually, I just jumped right in and got some really cool people to do the challenge group with me, and kind of really had some success starting off that way. My why for coaching is honestly just the freedom. I don't necessarily want to, not work at all, but I do want to do what I want and when I want to do it, and I've always been that way. And I hate people telling me that it has to be this certain way. You have to go to work 9 to 5. And I really, really hate when it's so nice outside and I'm sitting in my office just because I have to have 8 hours on my timesheet. So seeing some success in the business has made me really hungry for more, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds. So tonight, I am going to talk to you guys about mindset, and I want to start off by saying that mindset is something that needs constant work and attention. My mindset is something that I have to work on daily, or it derails off the tracks very quickly. I have always been a people pleaser, always thinking 10 steps ahead and how decisions are going to affect everyone else. I'm a major overachiever, and as my husband calls it, I live in this theoretical land. For a long time when we were dating, we would get in these stupid fights over things that I was theoretically making up in my head. And he's always just been like happy-go-lucky, nothing really phases him, nothing really brings him down. And he'd always tell me, it's your mindset. Why don't you just change the way you see things? And I would just tell him he lives in La La Land. But you know what? He was right. And you can't just change your mindset. It definitely takes practice and it takes training to get your mindset in the right place. But I knew coming in as a Beachbody coach that was going to be my biggest obstacle was mindset. And changing my mindset from more of what happened, why did it happen to me, to understand that it happened for me, and it gave me a platform to grow from. So I did a call similar to this with my team last week about mindset, and that morning I had gotten on the National Wake Up Call and listened to Lindsay Madaway, who I believe is the #1 coach in all of Beachbody, talk about how she too has the same doubts that come in and out of my head, and she doubts herself all the time. And that made me feel really good to know that I'm not alone, and that little instigator of doubt that pops into your head every once in a while isn't just happening to me. And she had a great suggestion, which was to write out 5 or 6 trials that shaped who you are, and then put a spin on those and show how those helped you to grow. Share those stories with your upline coach or your teammates before you share them publicly, because the more that you talk about them, and the more you're confident you're going to feel in them, and the more confident you feel sharing the story with the public. Once you start sharing it with the public, people are going to connect to you. People connect to the overcomer, the people who are real, the people living and sharing the truth and what they think about it. And people are always rooting for the underdog. Just think about it. Show the world how you changed your trials into triumphs, and people will see or hear your words and have this revelation like, oh my gosh, me too. And then you've made a connection with them, and they are going to look to you for how you've overcome those obstacles. In this business, it is a must to master your mindset. Things can change in the flip of a switch. One day your best coach might quit, and then the next week you might miss a rank advancement. That's enough to get some coaches to quit right there. But because you work on your mindset, you can learn from the situation, bounce right back, and be even better and stronger than you were before all of this. This is an emotional business, so we have to learn how to control those emotions and get in the zone. Look at Olympians, even the top coaches in this business. They have trained their brains, and it's going in one direction, which is forward. I mean, look at Lauren and Brandy. They're always looking for the next best thing and the next way to lead their team to success. So that's what we need to do, is get our minds in the right place. So I'm a big believer in the top 10, so I thought I would make a top 10 ways to get your mind right by Brooke. So,
Brooke, let me interrupt you real quick. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Are you switching through your slides? Because we're still looking at just the very first one, which is your intro slide.
Not yet. Here it is.
Okay. Just make it.
Do you see personal development now?
I do. I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Okay, thanks. Keep going. You're doing great.
Okay. So #1 is personal development, and I put this one first because it is definitely the most important. When I became a coach, I was always told to read. Well, if you know me at all, I hate reading. It's just not my thing. And then come October and November, which is about when Lauren was talking about, my business was just not really moving, and I felt like I was just working and doing all these things, and nothing was really moving along. And so, that little thing of doubt started creeping in my mind, and it was like, oh, this wasn't for me. This, I can't do this. And my husband was like, what? You love this job. You have so much fun with this. You love what you're doing. And, he was so right. And the reason I started in the first place was for my own accountability. So I always look back to that, and how getting in shape was my goal here. And this was allowing me to get in the best shape of my life. But my head, that's always a different story. That was in a different place. So I thought, what the heck? Let me try and read one book. So I picked up a book that I'd actually gotten through Beachbody for Success Club 1 month, because I just didn't have books laying around. And I just honestly sat down and read it until I felt better. And I did that every day. Sometimes it was 10 minutes. Sometimes it was 2 hours. And come January, I went Diamond. And then in March, just the other week, I went Star Diamond. So I have to kind of imagine that, reading has kind of played a part in that. So for me and for you guys, personal development should be non-negotiable. You have to make time for it if you want to be a rock star in this business. Now, when I talk to my coaches, I can totally tell who's been reading or who's been listening to podcasts or something else to better themselves, because people not working on themselves tend to be a little more negative, or they have more complaints. They always are focused on why it isn't working almost like they've hit this wall they can't get past. And my suggestion is get a book and read it until you feel better. There's a reason all the top coaches are saying this is so important, and there's a reason that it's a vital behavior. And for me personally, it wasn't just my business that changed with personal development. It was my overall happiness in life. People around my office were happier because, their boss, who was me, was happier. My attitude changed. My marriage changed. It's just amazing, and I really wish I had started working on myself sooner. And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Everybody has room to improve. So I just really encourage that you work on it every single day. So now usually at work I have YouTubes playing in the background while I'm doing my other job. And Lindsay Madaway, actually, her suggestion was to turn off the music during your workouts and listen to podcasts. And you can listen while you're cooking, while you're driving, whenever works for you. Just make sure you make time to do it. So if you want to build a team that thrives, you have to stop trying to change other people and work on changing you. Sorry, that was a long one because, like I said, it's the most important. Number 2, get back to basics. So this means the 3 vital behaviors, right? So sometimes having a plan is what's going to get us in the right mindset. Know what you're doing, where you're going. Are you doing all 3 every day? If you're not, then your mindset might just start to fall off the track. So invite, invite, invite. The more you share, the more you're going to have people joining you, the more confidence you're going to gain, and the more focused your mind becomes. Celebrate the no's and move on to find your next yes. Being a product of the product. And I don't know about you guys, but when I am eating like crap and I miss my workout for a whole week, my whole life is crap. I feel not good about anything. I'm down in the dumps. I'm just depressed. Of course, it's okay to overindulge and cheat from time to time, but make sure you get back on track. That's the most important thing. You really are always one workout away from a good mood. And then personal development, again, this thing just keeps creeping up. So they must be onto something, and definitely just get out there and find whatever reading, podcasts, etc., to help you with your personal development. All right. Sorry. Just trying to change slides. Okay, so tracking. Track your activity that you're doing every day. This helps you keep focused and moving forward. So I use the business activity tracker. I know Lauren has this in the FitForce files. I have it in my team's file section. But you don't have to use this. Use whatever works for you and track anything you want. Set a goal and then see if you're meeting that goal every single day, week, month. Setting goals gives you something to work towards, which helps keep your mind focused. And it's eye on the prize is what I like to call it. We already know this business works, and Lord knows we have a gazillion resources made by people it has been working for to help us. We just have to do what we've been set out to do and what people that it worked for tell us to do. Number 4 is get in the mindset of a business owner. So you see I put Brooke King, CEO. You're the CEO of your own organization. That's so cool. So we all know the beginning is the hardest. That's the hardest of anything. Even getting in shape, getting a business started, everything, you have to start somewhere. So you have to lay the groundwork, then you have to build a foundation. Then you need to become this awesome recruiter and recruit some amazing rock stars, train those rock stars to be leaders themselves, and then constantly duplicate that process. These things take time. So you need to have realistic expectations for yourself. But you have to know that the time you put in is going to pay off, because these things duplicate and it snowballs out of control so fast once it is a system that works. So people need to see you being successful. They need to see you being consistent and develop a trust in you, trust in what you're saying and doing before they're going to jump on. So you are your very own billboard. People are watching everything you do as a coach. They are looking for you to be successful. Make sure that what they're seeing is what you want them to see, and always smile. It makes you prettier, right? This is also taking responsibility for your business and your success. Lauren and all these top coaches put so many resources out there for us to be successful, but they can't do it for us. We have to do it. We have to take responsibility to get on our own team calls, to attend the Beachbody events. Hopefully everybody signed up for Super Saturdays coming up, Summits coming up, be there. I just keep telling myself, what if one of these events, and I haven't been to one yet, and I'm really super excited for it's Sunday in Northern Virginia, but what if one of these events is where you have your aha moment, right? Is it worth risking that? All of these events are with like-minded people that are positive, and they also own their own business. So they're going to give off this great energy, this entrepreneurial energy, which is awesome for your mind. So be there. One of my favorite quotes is, walk with the dreamers, the believers, the courageous, the cheerful, the planners, the doers, The successful people with their head in the clouds and their feet on the ground. You are who you surround yourself with, so be sure you pick a good crowd and people with big dreams. Number 5, be a giver. So I've decided that Scotty Hobbs is like one of my favorite people, and I've been listening to like all of his YouTube videos. And one that I listened to the other day was talking about 2 different types of people in the world, givers and takers. And it's okay, and nothing against whichever one you are. It just shows where we need to start with your transformation. So givers are the people with an abundance type mindset. They will give no matter what. They don't worry about running out of prospects. They don't worry about running out of people to talk to. They know there's always going to be an abundance of everything you need to be successful. So they give without expecting anything in return. And with this mindset, you're going to attract more good things into your life because that is what you are focused on. The opposite of givers is takers. These people have a scarcity mentality. They are more along lines of what can I get from my friends, my upline coaches, my neighbors. They're focused on scarcity and focused on taking. So these people tend to attract scarcity. So if you think about it, in life, are you willing to give without expecting anything in return? This business is so simple. And a lot of people way overcomplicate it. You just need to be a good person that's constantly becoming better, and you share your story with others and invite them to join along with you. If they join, that's awesome. If they don't, that's okay too. You can continue to change your life and continue to invite people to join that path with you as long as you want. There are millions of people out there that are not happy with their life. It's our job to go out and find them and invite them to join us. The best coaches are the ones that are giving without expecting anything in return. Number 6, and this is a big one, compare yourself to yourself. Do not compare yourself to others. Everyone wants to do this, especially coaches that signed up around the same time. This is not a race. If someone signed up at the same time of you and hits diamond, and you start to think, she hit diamond, I'm never going to hit diamond, that's comparing yourself to others. You have to realize that we're all different. We're all in different places in our lives. We all have different things going on and at a different place with our own personal development. You will hit diamond. If you want to hit diamond, you're going to hit diamond. If you're willing to put in the work and you really want that, you're going to be diamond. This is a business where there is plenty of room for everyone at the top. If you put in the work, you will be successful. So slow down, take a deep breath, compare yourself to yourself, and make sure that you're making improvements to yourself every day. Number 7, get out of your own way. And I mean this literally, get out of your own way. Sometimes we focus too much on how we think others are want us to think rather than who we are. So don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let someone say something negative that's going to change your path or your focus. Change your mindset from what will they think to who can I inspire. Dive into this business, and I mean your whole body. None of this like, let me put a toe in, let me try a foot, okay, how about a leg? If you're just trying this thing out to see if it works, people's negative comments are going to derail you way before you ever get fully submerged. People with a strong mind don't look to others for validation. People with a strong mind know what they want, they know where they're going, and they go and get it. So my suggestion is know what you want. Know that it's okay to want that. It's okay to want to stay home with your kids, or it's okay to want freedom, and it's okay to want these things. It's awesome. So go and get it. For example, if it's 6 p.m. on the last day of the month and you're at Success Club 4, right? Some coaches would be like, oh well, I guess I missed Success Club this month. But coaches in the right mindset are sitting there thinking, I have 6 hours left to hit my goals, and there's nothing that's going to stop me now. So go get it. Figure out what you want and go get it, whatever it is. Number 8, and this is always so important in this business, is know your why. This is your life. You only get to live it once. If you're here to get in super fabulous shape, do it. If you're here to make a few $100 a month, do it. If you're here to be the next millionaire who's also in super fabulous shape, do that too. Know why you're here and always get back to it. Keep it in the forefront of your mind. So I have a picture of everything that I want right on my computer so that I look at it every single day and know exactly what I'm working for and why I'm doing it. Number 9, have a vision and set goals. Don't ever stop dreaming. Don't ever stop setting goals. Put your goals on a board right in front of you. On that same board, I also have my goals. So that when you sit down, you really see what you're working for. Set really, really big goals, even ones that you're not necessarily going to hit. For instance, I have a goal that one of my coaches on my strong leg is going to be diamond by mid-April, and another one on my weak leg will be diamond by the end of April because I really want to be 3-star going to summit. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's my goal. It's on my board, and I'm damn sure I'm going to try and get there. Constantly live outside your comfort zone and continuously turn a lesson into a blessing. And number 10 is believe in yourself. You are special, you are unique, you are a rock star, and you own your own business. You're a freaking girl boss. This is your chance to live your life your way. Design your life the way you want it and go out there and create it. Exude confidence in everything you do and say about your business to anyone else. And honestly, fake it till you make it. If you want to be a diamond, act like you're already there. Real life is going to catch up with you eventually. You will be able to encourage and inspire so many people just by showing courage and confidence in yourself. So just to recap, let me go to my next slide. Brooke's top 10 for mindset. Personal development. Read. I promise. Uh-oh, my slide went back. There we go. Read. I promise it's going to change your life. Get back to basics. Track what you're doing so that you can measure if you're hitting your goals. Be the best damn business owner there is. Be a giver and don't have expectations of something in return. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yourself. Get out of your own way. Become an unstoppable force. Know your why. Really, really, really be in touch with your why. And have a vision and always set goals. And, of course, believe in yourself. Getting in the right mindset requires work every single day, and I promise you it'll change your life. You hold the power to create your life by design. And that's all I have.
That was awesome, Brooke. Thank you so much. I know I was taking notes like crazy, and, it's just always nice to hear somebody else, what you think you already know from somebody else, because you always take away a nugget, and I feel like there was so much great information in there for everybody to take away. So thank you so much for speaking to us tonight. And what I'm going to do real quick is, if you all are still on the call and you have questions for Brooke, if you would go to our group page, not FitForce, the Tips from the Top training page, and underneath the post about tonight's call that I was messaging you guys about the slides, if you want to post a question there for Brooke, then she can see that too, and we can answer those questions real quick if anybody has any, and if not, then we will just jump off and call it a night. But let's go ahead and check that out. So Brooke, I don't know if you're in the group, if you want to check that and see.
On the Facebook group?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm jumping back in it now. I had closed out of it. Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm in the group, but I don't see
Okay. Underneath your post that you made about the call. Sorry, my computer's being silly and it's not letting me get to the group. If you can, did anybody post any questions for you?
No.
No? Okay. Well, then I guess that's it. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for jumping on the call. And if you do have questions and you didn't get a chance to get them answered right now, you can post them in the group, and Brooke will see them, and she can answer. And so can a bunch of the other Diamond coaches, because throughout the rest of the week, we're going to be giving you all our little snippets on our top tips for mindset as well. So thanks for jumping on the call, and we'll see you guys in the group. Have a great night. Thanks, Brooke.
Thanks.